Welcome back, everybody. In this video, our focus is going to be lesson number 18. And in lesson number 18, we're just continuing to play the notes we learned in lesson 17, with the new notes being on the first string, E, F, and G. All right. Now, because this is a simple lesson, I would also like to introduce to you the concept of dynamics. Dynamics is just a fancy word for saying a volume, how loud we play the guitar and how quiet we play the guitar. The 6 different dynamic markings that I would like to introduce to you are pianissimo, which means very soft or very quiet, piano, which just means soft or quiet, mezzo piano, kind of soft, kind of quiet, into mezzo forte, kind of loud, forte, which is loud, and then fortissimo, which is very loud. We're not going to play through all of those 6 dynamic markings for this lesson, but I would like us to do 3 different things. We're going to play lesson 18 piano, which means we're going to play lesson 18 quietly. And then we're going to play lesson 18 again. This time we're going to play it forte. We're going to play it loud. And then the final time we're going to play lesson 18 with a crescendo and a decrescendo, and we'll get to that later. But first, let's play through lesson 18 piano, which again just means soft. So make sure you don't play just make sure you play soft with your fingers. What you want to do in order to play this, in order to execute that piano, that dynamic marking well, is to don't move your fingers too fast. Don't attack the string too fast. Just very slowly move your finger from where it is on the string to the palm of your hand. And that's going to create a very soft sort of attack. The faster you go, the louder you actually become. So it's not about pulling harder on the string. It's just the speed of motion of your finger. Okay, just think of like a car. If a car is going really, really fast and it hits something, it's going to do a lot of damage to that car. The impact is more severe. It's not because it's pushing really hard, right? It's going to wherever it's hitting very, very quickly. If a car is going at a very slow pace towards a wall, you're not going to get a very hard impact. You're not going to get any dents. So think of that. It's the speed of motion of your fingers that's going to create the piano dynamic marking or the forte piano marking. So let's play through lesson 18 first in a piano dynamic marking, I guess you could say. On the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. What you want to listen to when you're playing this piano, in this case, what you want to listen to is the evenness of volume across all of the notes that you play in the lesson. Sometimes you may be playing and then a loud one might come out of nowhere. What you want to do is you want to keep everything even. So it's really important that you focus. Pay attention to your right hand. See? You don't want to do that. Just nice and calm all the way. The evenness is what your goal should be, is what I'm saying. So let's try it again. And this time we're going to play everything forte. Now we're going to play everything loud. Really important. When you play forte, you don't want to speed up. And you will have a tendency, I will have a tendency, all of us will have a tendency to speed up when we get loud. Or if we were to gradually get louder, we'll also end up gradually playing faster. So it's a good idea in this instance to get your metronome, put it onto a comfortable tempo, and play with the metronome as you play loud, or as you gradually get loud, which we'll do next. I think I'm kind of jumping the gun here. But regardless, we're playing loud, don't play fast. That's all I'm trying to say. Get the metronome at a specific tempo, stay with the metronome. Lesson number 18, forte. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Oops, 2, 3, 4, and stop. I missed that last note, but hopefully you can hear the difference between forte and piano. Now, when you play forte, you might, as you were playing forte, you might have had your finger get stuck, or perhaps your fingernail get stuck, and that's a whole other lesson that I will have to do in the future. If your finger, if you're getting stuck, if your finger's getting caught, it's simply because your nails are not shaped correctly, and I'll have to make a video on that soon, I guess, since I need it to coincide with these lessons, since our focus will be these dynamics. And playing forte regularly is going to cause that if you don't have your nails filed properly. All right. Now, the last thing I want us to do is I want us to play both piano and forte. We're going to execute what's called a crescendo. We're going to start piano and get loud, and then we're going to play. We're going to execute with something called a decrescendo. We're going to play loud and then gradually get soft, all within one time through the lesson 18. So we're going to start on C, which is our first note. We're going to play loud, or I'm sorry, we're going to play piano. We're going to gradually get louder until we get to G on the fifth measure. When we get to these G's, we're playing loud. We've crescendoed from a piano dynamic marking to a forte dynamic marking. And then once we get to measure 5, we are going to go ahead and start backing off and gradually getting quiet, so that when we finish the lesson, we go back to C at the end, we're playing quietly. All right, so it's just this sort of art in volume. Crescendo into a decrescendo. All right, so let's go ahead and do that, and that will conclude this lesson. One last time: piano, crescendo to forte in measure 5, and then decrescendo back to piano by the time we get to measure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. A bit louder. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We should be playing forte now. 3, 4. Gradually get quiet. 2. 2, 3, 4, and stop. All right, and there is your quick introduction into dynamics. I'll see all of you in lesson number 19.